from zero, know nothing about Mandarin. We'll study the lecture 1, the basic Chinese A, B, C. I think most people know how to say hello. 你好. How are you? 你好吗? 你好吗? So anybody know how to say eat? You can speak out. How to say eat? Anybody know how to say eat? You can speak out. It's very basic. Yeah, zero beginner. 吃. Do you know anybody know how to say coffee in Mandarin?
Coffee.
Wow, smart. Coffee. Mandarin is coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. 我喝 coffee. Even at the night, I still can drink a little bit of coffee. Not so strong, but make me sleep quite well. Every day I drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee. Coffee. 我喝黑咖啡. 我喝黑咖啡. I drink the black coffee. 没有糖. No sugar. Okay. Everyone have the suggest. Everyone should have one paper and a pencil. Okay. Let's we begin. Okay, I think everyone see my face already. I will maybe I will keep my video on. If internet sometimes slow, I will turn off the camera. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is, I think most people know my name, right? Okay. My name is David. Okay. Okay, now I turn on my Udemy instructor, the okay. This is okay. You can later I will give some linkage or textbook. You will go to this part. Okay, I have many students here already. I have around 200 courses already. I started LEGOO Mandarin and also the educational video course. So I graduated from the UM, but I was born in China, but not live in Malaysia. Okay, let's start. Lecture 1, Basic Chinese ABC. Okay, Chinese ABC. There are many callings for Chinese. Some call Chinese, some call English, even English. Okay. And let's we begin class now. I think everyone should mute your speaker. Go. You can any question you can type in the message area. Okay. Chinese got many callings. For foreigner, a bit confused. Some call Chinese, some call Mandarin. Even more confused, we got a few different callings. 普通话 汉语、华语 or 中文。Chinese, the official language we call English, we call Mandarin. In Chinese, called 普通话. 话 language, words. 普通 means common. So common speaking, the standard speaking. Mandarin is a very new language, just around 400 years old. It started from the last dynasty, Qing dynasty. Before that, I think most Chinese people speak something like Cantonese. Okay, so around 70 years ago, the People's Republic of China, they tried to promote the standard language. They create a new speaking based on the Beijing dialect called 普通话. 普通话. Now in China, most people can speak 普通话. So Chinese one we also call 汉语. Han means Chinese people. Around 2,200 years ago, there's a dynasty last for 400 years. It's a very strong dynasty called Han dynasty. Since then, they call Chinese people Han人, or language called 汉语. Hua, even around 3,000 years ago, we call all the Chinese people called Hua. In China, there's not only one basic, the ethnic group. In China, officially, there are total 56 ethnic groups in China. The majority is Chinese people called 汉人. So another 55, some are Muslim. So around 10 to 15 ethnic groups, they are Muslims. But all the Chinese people in China, we call 华人. Chinese, we also call 中文, 中国 means China. 文 something like language or literature. 普通话. 普通话. Just now, I asked everyone a question. So, okay, now it's 23 already. So most people are here already. Okay, just now my question is, if you learn Mandarin before or try to learn Mandarin before, why Mandarin or Chinese language, in most people's opinion, is hard? Now the answer is SMS. You send the mobile phone, use the mobile phone, send the one SMS. That SMS. But in my teaching, the SMS stands for the shape, the sound, the meaning. In Chinese language, the sound, the shape, the meaning are separate. So this is a little bit challenge. Maybe this one in Cantonese or Hokkien, same writing, they can read in a different dialect. So the dialect we call something like the Cantonese, 广东话, or Hokkien, 福建话. How many dialects in China? Nobody knows. Too many. But lucky, most of dialect is disappear. So everyone is going to speak the 普通话. In China, if you want to join the army, become the public servant, become a doctor, become a teacher, everyone need to pass the 普通话 speaking test. 普通means ordinary or common. So 普通话 means words of language. 普通 Okay, let me turn off the camera. Okay. Okay, now I turn off my camera. Anybody can hear clearly? Okay, now I think it's better now. So I will speak slowly. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, thanks for your feedback. Okay. 汉语 Han, just now I told you is Han is a Han dynasty. Yeah, sometimes maybe your side is internet slow. If you use a mobile phone, sometimes will cause problem. My internet is very fast. Okay, 汉语 语 language. 华语 华 In China, we call the Chinese dissident in Malaysia. They are Chinese, but they are not the citizen from China. So we call 华人, the overseas Chinese, we call 华人. For Malaysia Chinese, we say 马来西亚华人. 马来西亚华人. In short name called 马华. 马华. Even the MCA, the short name called 马华. 华 China. Also called 中文. Don't worry, after class, I will give the linkage. You can access to my video course, same contents, and also the textbook. I just upload everything inside the video course. So that one will be used as the textbook. After class, you can do revision by yourself. If sometimes I go too fast, or you can do revision. Okay, 中文 文 as a 文 like 英文 the Malay 马来文 So 话 means words, remark, or dialect. So the dialect we call 话. Guangdong is a Guangdong province. In China, the Guangdong province called their dialect called 广东话. 广东话 used in Hong Kong, in Shenzhen, Guangzhou. Beijing, 北京话. 福建话. Shanghai have the Shanghai dialect, 上海话. 话 the local dialect, but the writing is the same. We look the same writing, we can read out differently in different dialect. Okay, just now I asked everyone a simple but tricky question. How many alphabets in Chinese? Some just follow English, 26. So my answer is there's no alphabet in Chinese language. Chinese language is original from the picture. The pictorial language. Like this mountain, we draw like this way. Then later becomes another one, very similar. Like this one, 人. This one called 甲骨文. 甲骨文。甲骨文，甲 means the shell, the turtle shell. 骨 means the bone. 文 means the writings or literature. This is around 4,000 or even 5,000 years ago's writing. They write the things on the bone, on the turtle shells. Many things was mostly is found in my hometown area. Okay, maybe you come here later. Okay, I introduce myself one more time. My name is David. I come from China, but live in Malaysia for many years already. So now I focus most in Mandarin teaching and also Tai Chi. My hometown area is in the middle of China. If I tell my province, even Malaysia Chinese, they don't know. I tell them my hometown is Henan. Most people will answer, oh, I know the Hainan chicken rice. I said, no. Hainan and Henan are different. Hainan at the south part is one island. Hai means the sea. My province, Henan, He is river. Most people, even Malaysia Chinese, they don't know. So I tell them, okay, my hometown is Shaolin Temple. Is anybody know Shaolin Temple? The martial arts place. Shaolin Temple. My original hometown just around 15 km to Shaolin Temple. When I was 12 years old in the secondary school, I went to Shaolin Temple, not learn Kung Fu, just for play with my friends by foot. It takes around 4 hours. Okay, the 甲骨文, 1,000 years ago, most of the economic and the political center is in the middle, in my hometown area. The most capital city is in my hometown areas. So the 甲骨文 was found in my place. So 3,000 or 4,000 years ago, the writing like this way. This is 3,000 years ago one. They moved this one on the bronze. This is called 金文. Jin means metal. 金文. And this one is around 2,000 years ago one. The king who built up the Great Wall, who conquered the whole China, called Shi Huangdi, Qin dynasty, around 2,300 years ago. That time that writing. After that, become this one. This is Ren. So Chinese, we have the writing, we follow the order. Chinese, the shape, the reading, and the meaning are separate. This one, you know, look the shape, it's a picture. Reading is 人. The meaning means people, like Bahasa, orang. Some, in many cases, Bahasa and Malay, we have the similar thinking, like Bahasa, orang. Then you can double, orang. Hurry. Chinese, same way. 人, we can say 人. If you say 人 means everyone. 人, people. Read as 人. This is called 拼音. Later I will touch the 拼音 to explain what's a 拼音. 拼音 is the pronunciation is very similar to Malay. I think for you, just take a little bit, 10 to 20 minutes, you know everything already. 人, people. Look this one. Anybody can guess out what's the meaning? What's the meaning?日 sun. Yes. Matahari. 日 sun. Okay. From outside to inside. There's a rule of writing. 日 means sun. There are total 6 ways of how all Chinese people create the Chinese character. The most popular one is the second one, not the first one. First one is a pictograph or pictorial. From this one, then become this one, then become it's 日. And comes the mountains and the sun, the moon, easy to draw out. Come to animals, we can draw out. But come to the something abstract, it's very hard to draw, use a picture. So we have another way. This one is 月 is moon. 月 is moon also means, wow, this one I even give the bahasa bulan. Okay, also means moon, also means months. Yue. This one looks something from the KFC, right? Looks like the chicken drumstick, right? Don't laugh. Soon you will find. 月 means moon. 月 we use as a radical. Chinese language, we don't have the alphabet, but we have the root words. We call radical. So this 月 used as radical means the body parts or body organs. That's why it looks like the drumstick. The reason is by mistake. 月 because 月 and the other words, the meat, the writing is very similar. It's 月. So the second one, this one is so bright. In the daytime, it's like Malaysian sky. In the daytime, it's so shining, so hot. 日 and 月 put together become one character. 日 月 put together means 明 means bright. This is the second way. How do we make new words? We use the components to put together to form the new words. This 明 means bright. Tomorrow. 明天. 天 is a sky. 明天, the day become bright again, will be tomorrow. So 明天. 明天. The third one, ideograph. 日 and 月. Sun and moon joined together becomes a 明 bright. 山 is mountain. Mountain, then modern days become this one. 山 mountain. Chinese character is a square. It's a square box. No matter how many strokes or how little or how complicated within a box. Don't separate. If separate, become two characters already. So within one box. Shan, mountain. This one is Batu. Shi, stone. This one called Jiagu. This the writing on the in curve on the bone. From here I can see here is one people. Here is one people, just a people. Here is a cooking utensils, and here is one animals. Have something like the booby trap to catch the animals. Chinese is an abstract art. Look this one. The road become this way, then become this way, then become this way, then finally become the characters. This one very similar to modern one already. So this one is around 2000 years ago. Okay, this one is cursive writing, and this one is very, very cursive writing. This is Xing. So this part later we use as a radical, something used for the road or the street or the movements. First one, 甲骨文. The Chinese one, the characters, the shape also changing from very, very long ago. The 甲骨文, 甲骨文, shell, bone, script or writing. 甲骨文. The second one is 金文. 金文, Chinese bronze in scriptures. Like this kind of utensils. The writing is inside and also outside. This one called 鼎. This one called 鼎. This in China represents the power, the royalty power. 3000 years ago in Shang dynasty, the king keep 9 鼎. 9 in Chinese number, in single number, means the biggest one. So the number 9 is reserved for the king. Then in Shi Huangdi time, the king who united or who conquered the whole China, who built a great wall, and around his tomb the terracotta army, that king called Shi Huangdi. During his time, his prime minister invented the 大篆, 烂写, 大篆. This one is 车, the vehicle, and this one is the horse, the kuda. Okay, and this one is something weapons. After that, because the Qin dynasty lasts just 15 years old, from their grandfather, they take around 700 years old to establish the kingdom. But come to their grandson, the second generation, just take around 2 to 3 years, make the whole big kingdom collapse. So just last for 15 years. Very short. So after that, then become this one. This is the Han dynasty. Just now, the Han is a dynasty around 2,300 years ago. Very strong, So we call Chinese people as Han Ren, and our language is called Han Yu. After that, the language is very similar to modern days already. So in modern days, we use the 楷书, the standard one. This is the evolution of the water, the different writing styles. So Chinese calligraphy is kind of the abstract art. So most people will feel Chinese writing is so hard. But if possible, try to use your finger or your pen, try to write a little bit. That will help you to memorize, to understand Chinese language. Radical. The base shape which will relate to the meaning, the radical. Like this one, the radical become this part. This means walk, travel, or movements. I ranking this one as 39 according to the frequency of usage. The total around 221 in my collection. In dictionary 214. In my collection is total 220 or 21. Chinese language, no alphabet, but we have the component part, radical. Hey, today is the 9th of the March. Yesterday is the 8th of March. What's the festival yesterday? Anybody knows? Yesterday in China is a holiday. According to the name list, I'm very surprised. Total 24 students. I think 23 upon, right? Mostly is the girl, ladies. Yes, yesterday, 妇女节. Yesterday is 妇女节. 昨天是妇女节. No wonder this class got so many, mostly majority is, look, oh, 23, I think only this one, this is a bean, his boy. Hey, Chung, are you here? Isa?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you're only boy, right? And also me.
No, there's another guy here.
Oh,
Number
what's
23.
his name? Total 3, right?
No, 23. Number 23.
Okay. Yeah. I think mostly is the ladies. Haha. Okay. Why I want to mention this one? Because in China, you know, in China, is 子 means sun, and this one means roof. In Asian China, only the boy has the right or privilege to study, not the girls. Unfair, right? As 子 is Chinese character. The meaning of the roof and the sun. On the sun seat and the roof to study. 子 The 204 radicals. The number 1 radical is 水. 水 is water. Radical become this way. we call 三点水 3 dots water. 三点水 the ranking is number 1. So next time, if you're walking on the street, you see the signage of Chinese shop, you maybe will see something like this. If you have 三点水 something related to the water or liquid. And also be careful here. Here, how many dots here? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 dots below means fire. Be careful. The 4 dots below means fire. 3 dots like this way means water. The name is 三点水. Why the water is ranking number 1? The reason is very simple. We need water. So 水 in the oracle style, the 水 just a river on the ground, flowing. It's 水 热水 hot water. 热 4 dots water. This is water, and the 4 dots means fire. Fire below very hot. 热 hot. This one will be hard for most of you to read out. 热水. Malaysia is very hot. Malaysia 很热. Malaysia 很热. Cold water 冷水 湖水. How many dots here? 1, 2, 3. Here I got 2. 2 dots means the alert, very cold. So 冷 means cold. sejuk. 冷 湖 means lake. You see, 3 dots go water. 三点水. Here I give few examples. Let me read first. 知 汉 和 yeah, you can take the screenshot to take notes or use your phone. But don't worry, this one I will give the videos. You can access the videos. 河 river. 江 湖 海 洋 泪 汁 juice. Okay, I give the most easy one. Mango juice. In Mandarin is 芒果汁. Malaysia have mango. In my hometown area, we don't have mango. In the middle of China, we never see mango. We don't have mango tree. So we just translate from the foreign language. Mango. So mango juice. 芒果汁. Okay, second one. 汗 sweat. 河 river. And this one 海 means sea. 海南 the 海南 island. 海南 chicken rice. This is 海. My hometown, my province, 河南, not 海南. 河 means river. Because in my hometown, Yellow River. So called 河南. At the 南 means the south. At the south of the river. 江 also means river. 江 normally means the very, very big river. In China, the longest river called Changjiang. Changjiang also called Yangtze River. Changjiang. Shanghai is at the end of the delta of the Changjiang. Shanghai, hai means sea. Shanghai means access to the sea. Shanghai is at the end of the Yangtze River, the delta area, access to the sea. So Shanghai. Hu means lake. In China, we have two provinces. One called Hunan, and one called Hubei. Last year, the Wuhan, the virus where start, is the capital city of the Hubei. Hu is lake. I think around there is the largest lake called Dongqing Lake is around that area. Okay. Hai means sea. Yang means ocean. They all have the water. And also this one is a lake. Just now we learned the zhi. Inside is one line. But this one got two lines inside. Be careful. This one means the eye, the mata. So the water from your eye means tear. This is zi. Roof, bottom means the sun. Zi. Three attributes: shape, meaning, and sound. So for you, if you really want to learn Chinese language, you should at least look the Chinese characters. If you only learn from the pinyin, I can guarantee you, you will see Chinese is damn hard. You will give up very quickly. But if you look Chinese characters, you see, oh, I know what's the difference. Because Chinese, the pronunciation, the sound, very few. So very, very confused. We also have the tones. Later come the pinyin part, we'll explain what's the tones. So remember, Chinese have the characters, and the meaning and the sound are separate. So inside your brain, try to combine them together. That's a challenging part of Chinese language. One sound related to many characters. For example, if I want to type a Chinese, so for example here, the message, I want to type the 你好. I type 你, you see, so many Chinese characters come out. They all read as 你. So this is all 你. If I say 好, 告诉们好. That's what I want to say. One song related to many characters. Make things more worse. One character can have many meanings. Not can, mostly have. Like this song, 打, can read the 打 means big, also got different meanings. Or read the 打. The most common one is 打, to hit, to beat. Total 25 meanings. But actually this one got another meaning, means a dozen. So plus that a dozen, total 26 meanings. Like a 打, to beat, to hit. So many different meanings. Here no need, just show example. One song, one character may have many meanings. 打, the 打 is the most complicated one. character, and then phrase. Chinese one, we have the 字 and the 词. Or 汉字 or 词. Everyone prefer the Malay or English translation? I keep it Malay lah. Okay, also help me to do a little bit revise. Okay, 字. Oh, English. Okay, good. Very easy. Okay, 字 汉字 Chinese characters. 词 phrase. I can zoom bigger. 字. In Chinese, one single character we call 字. Then phrase. 词 mostly majority is 2. Sometimes call 3 or sometimes even call 4. 词. Here I show you my secret weapon, my database. This one is all 词. You see, some is 2, mostly is 2. Some is 4. Some 4. And even some just have 3. This is my secret weapon. I have my Oxford Chinese English. The yellow color one is I add the new phrase inside my collection. Also, this one is a pure Chinese dictionary. And also here is a Cambridge English Chinese dictionary. And my last project I'm working now is BM English blah blah. I hope one day I can finish, maybe at the end of this year. I'm working with one guy who published the biggest Chinese English dictionary, the Mr. Lai. You can find his dictionary in the bookstore. We are working together. Okay, we come here. So single character called 字, then 2, 3, or 4 put together called 词. So for you, for beginner, try to remember the phrase. If possible, try to look Chinese character which contains information. Like the Han got 3 dots word, means water. Because Han dynasty is starting from the river near the Xi'an called Hanshui. Hanshui is a river. Okay, now we come to the second part. Pinyin. Pinyin literally means to spell the sound. Pin, to spell. Yin means the sound, the pronunciation. So pinyin, spell of the sound. P is made of initials and finals, so very confusing. I even don't know. I don't bother to know what's my initial or something. So for me, the beginning one and end one, two parts, or mostly 2 parts. Sometimes got 3 parts. The beginning one, the ending one. So the initial means the beginning. The final means the end. And please keep your to mute your speaker. I can hear some message sound. Okay, pinyin initials. Can you read out? The Bahasa also uses very similar things, right? Okay, now let me read out. Po. 么 f d t n l g k h j q x zh ch sh r z c s. This is very easy. P, M, F, D, T, N, L. I taught so many students from different countries. For Malay, you know the Jalan Duda? Jalan Duda? We just arrived Malaysia. I tell the test driver, go to Jalan Duda. Follow Chinese pronunciation. Follow pinyin. Jalan Duda. The guy, where? I said Jalan Duda. Don't know. So I changed my tone a little bit. Follow the Malay one. Jalan Duda. It's okay. I know. For Malay, in Malay pronunciation, this one in pinyin we read the d. This one read the t. Be careful. Like Duda, this is d and t. This one is hard for Korean. K, k, h, no problem for Malay. Ji, chi, xi. This three is hard for Japanese. For Malaysian, okay. There's a few. Even harder for Malaysia local Chinese. Or even in China, in the south part, the people cannot read properly. Especially this pair. This means read like this way. Zh, z, ch, c, sh, s, r, r. The key is, this one very easy. Open your mouth naturally. Zh, ch, sh, r. This is three. Put your tooth together. Let the air go through your tooth. This one is easy. Like you tear the paper, the air through your tooth. Z, c, s. This is initial. Finals. Finals, of course, we have the simple form and also have the hard form, the complicated one, the combined together one. This one read as a, same as Malay. W, a, i, u, yu, this one a little bit harder. Yu, this one is especially for people from London, or if you stay in London too long, you cannot read this one properly. I, u, yu. I, a, ao, o, I, a, ao, o, an, N, yin. Be careful. Last part. Ang, ying, wong. The first three lines not that hard. Come to this one. An, yin is from some pronunciation from your nose called navel. An, yin, and this four. Not only from your nose, also have something, the vibration. Ang, yin, wong. You can use your finger touch your nose. You can feel the vibration. Or your nose feel a little bit itching. That's correct. Ang, yin, wong. Combine the 21 initials and 36 finals, and also 4 tones. This one is also make many people feel Chinese is so hard to read out. In Chinese, in Mandarin, we have 4 tones. In Cantonese, they have around 8 or 9 tones. Officially, we have 4 tones, but actually should have 1 more, neutral. So total should be 5 tones, if you consider this one as 1 tone. Let me read. A, wo, Okay, let's just now I forgot one thing. Let me record the meeting. Where I cannot find the button to record the meeting. Last time is here. Well, group 1 is different with the one-to-one class. The layout a little bit different. Okay. Somebody is recording. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for helping the record. So after class, the recording will appear here. Once the recording stops, the video will appear here. I almost forgot. So my Sarah. Okay. The 4 tones. Some of my students very smart. They told me, okay, now I understand the tones. If somebody asks you a question you don't understand, you are, then you feel confused or surprised. Then you think you understand. Finally, you thoroughly understand. Or maybe you, after MCU, you want to take the airplane. We have no chance to travel for more than 1 year already. So I am also eager want to travel. Go to the airport to see airplane. Look. The airplane on the runway. Take off. In the middle of air, got trouble. You are scared. Then finally we land safely. God save us. Alhamdulillah. Okay, you feel released. Ah, 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 ah. But if you know music, you should notice the first tone is high pitch, very high on the top. Ah, the second tone from here to here. Ah. The third tone is ah. The fourth tone from high to low, very long. Ah. Neutral. Ah. Okay, let me read one more. The 我 Chinese 我 means I or me. 我 third tone. 我 The tone. Be careful of the tone. Sometimes the different tone have the can have the different meanings. If you learn only from pinyin from this part, you will see Chinese so hard. But look Chinese characters. They're different. Ma, 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 ma. Inside. Look the ma, mama. This is radical, means 女. Read as 女 means girl. So this ma means horse. So this radical gives some meaning associated with the meaning, means something female. And this ma gives a hint of the pronunciation. And this one, ma. Top, the square is mouse. To mouse. To curse. To scold. To shout. So ma, to scold. Also mean to curse. When 3 dots water. So 温水 warm water. 闻 to smell. 口 the square means the mouth. This is mouth. 吻 kiss. This outside, this means a door, and even have a doorbell. So you knock the door to ask. So 问 Okay, let me read it one more time. 闻 方 See this part gives a hint of the pronunciation. 方 itself means square. Look at my company. 方正 square one. Why I choose the name? Because the Chinese character is square one, upright. I choose the LEGOO. LEGO is LEGO. It's LEGO game. Because Chinese language, the grammar is very simple. Just a sequence to put the Chinese character together to form a sentence, like the LEGO game. When I just begin to register the domain name, I register 2. LEGO Mandarin and also my LEGO Mandarin. Within 1 week, I received a lawyer letter from Canada. They represent the LEGO company. They told me we are not allowed any LEGO and any combination with LEGO. As never mind, I just started from this one, no problem. Okay, that's the name of the my how do we start from from Chinese and from English. From Chinese, because Chinese character is a square one. That's one square one. 方 and also this something like LEGO game. Okay, this 方 gives a hint of the pronunciation, the phonetic part. 方 and this one 放 put or release. Qi, 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 qi. Maybe you heard of the qi gong. The qi gong, this qi means air or breath. Qi, 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 and qi. This qi inside also have ma. This ma here used already correctly to ride on the horse. So the Chinese initials and finals combined together total, or Chinese pronunciation just this big table, just total 405 pronunciations. If you learn only from here, try to learn Chinese from the pinyin, very difficult. You choose wrong route. I call pinyin is a walking stick for old people or for the people who learn to walk. If you know how to walk already, you should throw away the Chinese pinyin. Pinyin for beginner just help you to read out Chinese character. Okay, this Chinese basic Chinese ABC. So everyone okay? Any feedback? Do you want to have break? Okay, we have around 5-minute break. We come back around 9:25. But I'm still here. I drink coffee. No, you can. If you have questions, you can ask me. You can talk with me. If anybody has learned a little bit Mandarin before, you can show off here. Let's randomly choose one people. Okay. Imanina. Hi, Imanina, are you there? You can talk now. No need type.
Trial version.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I can hear you. Okay. Can you count the number from 1 to 10 in Chinese?
Trial version.
Imania, can you count the number from
Trial
1
version.
to 10? Yeah. In Chinese.
Trial version.
Oh, I did hear some robot sound. Nashahira. Hi, Nashahira.
Trial version.
You can talk now. You can turn on your speak to talk.
I can't really speak Chinese.
Can you count number from 1 to 10?
Oh no, I don't know.
You don't know anything about Chinese.
I just like.
Okay, how are you?
Huh?
How are
Sorry?
you? Hello. Hello?
Like, oh, sorry.
你好. 你好.
Oh, 你好.
你好.
Oh, 你好. I only can
Yeah.
like speak simple phrases I learned from my friends.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Anybody know how to say bye bye?
再见.
再见. Very
见.
good.
再见.
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 再见 is same as bahasa. Jumpa. Lagi. 在 means again. 见 means see. Means how are you? Me means you. How means Sophia. Hey, Sophia, you can talk now.
Sir, I would like to know if we say ni hao, which tones we use to speak?
Very good question. 很好. Very good question. Okay. 你好. 你好. If you follow this tone, 你好. 你好. That means, literally means you good, means hi. 你好. If you ask people, how are you? Ask question, have the question mark. We say like this way. 你好吗? 你好吗? That means, how do you do? How are you? So if you listen, people say, 你好,你好 means hello. So you can answer back, 你好. If people ask you, 你好吗? They are asking question. You should answer back. Say, 很好,很好, very good. Or I am fine. 我很好,我很好. Don't worry. 2 more minutes later, we will jump over the briefing because everything taught the briefing a little bit boring. Okay? So the section 2, the introduction, we directly jump into speaking. Let's take a notes. So basic. 吃 and 吃. Don't worry, 吃 and 吃, that's the most. 吃. Okay, let me finish my notes first. Basic. ABC slide. Just now we stop at the uh, 74. Okay. So the pin this part. 知. This is 知. Just who asked me the okay. Yeah, Zubaida. Okay, asked me to reread the 知 and 吃. This one, this is this few, even in Malaysia, the local Chinese, even the news broadcaster, most of them cannot read properly. In China, the people from the south part, they cannot read properly. So in China, we have in the north part, the south part come to the north part, they try their best to speak proper the standard 普通话. So the northern, especially Beijing people, they just teach them, can you speak something like this? Then they will laugh. Say, oh, I know you come from the south. Are you come from Hong Kong? So the South people feel very angry. I try my best, but I just begin talk. You see, I come from the South. So that means my pronunciation not so good. Okay, let me read one more time. 吃 吃 是 日 z 吃 s read 知 z 吃 c 是 s. Okay. Pinyin with today the basic Chinese we just stop here because 2 hours everything just in basic Chinese. Not fun. I want all of you directly jump into speaking. So the Pinyin part next lesson we will continue to do a little bit practice. To combine together the most hard one, I put them together. Yeah. Let's go to the second part. Oh, you know, some of my students are very considerating. They ask me, 老师, I look your notes. If I finish all the notes, what should I do? Do you have enough notes to teach us? Okay. That's all my partial of my course. We are going to reach the HSK 1 from beginning, then we'll do some HSK 1. HSK 1, I have 2 sets. Inside have listening, have reading, and also have the business Chinese, all the international exam, IGCSE, GCSE, and the kindergarten, IB, got so many. Okay, everyone back already. Let's begin. We begin to speak. So, because the 2-hour session is quite long, so at the beginning I will divide the session into 2 parts. First one, give some introduction of the basic knowledge. Second part, we go to the speaking. So in the future, maybe the first part I ask you to watch the movie. The second part, I will give some the video script. As you watch, then I explain. Then come second part, we continue to do speaking and listening, and even I can give some homework to speak something out in Chinese. Okay. Everyone, please off your speaker. I can hear my voice bounce back.